And welcome back inside Nobby's Ballpark in Cleveland, Ohio for Game 2 of our doubleheader today as Case Western Reserve University and WashU will be facing off once again. The Bears winning the first game, a continuation of yesterday's rain-shortened affair, 12-2 in 7 innings. The Bears scoring 11 runs in the third once the game was restarted, and that pretty much was all she wrote for the Spartans from that point going forward. Case Western scored 2 runs late. But other than that, not much offense for the Spartans. In the meantime, they'll be back out there today, and let's go ahead and give you another starting lineup here for the two teams. Beginning with the batting order for the 27-9 and 14th-ranked Washington University Bears. Leading things off is Chance Cromer, the second baseman. Will be followed by Ryan Soong, the right fielder, and then Anthony Aquali, the third baseman, in the 3 spot. Shane Pellegrino playing short and hitting 4th. Jacob Whitty, the catcher, bats 5th. Cooper Green playing first base and hitting 6th. Kevin Stevens, the center fielder, hits 7th. Connor Lindsay, the designated hitter, in the 8th spot. And then Will Tagan gets the start in left and will bat 9th. Isaac Zhang on the mound. We'll tell you more about him when he takes the hill in the bottom of the inning. Defensively for the Spartans, a much different defensive lineup out there today. Emilio Manns playing first base. Second baseman is Jackson Knutson. The shortstop is Nate Arterburn, and Carson Matula getting a start at third. In the outfield, Evan Garbinkus in left, center fielder Josiah Harris, Matt Trout in right. Doing the catching is Sean Donahue, and on the mound is Tyler Stilson. 4-3 on the season through 9 starts with a 4.34 ERA. He's thrown 56 innings, striking out 72. Stilson a chance to break the single-season strikeout, or pardon me, the single-season strikeout record for the Spartans. Here today, again, those 72 strikeouts, 8 away from tying the program record set by Evan Faxon a couple years ago. First pitch on the way from Stilson to Cromer, who's hitting at .325 on the year, and it's a fastball letter high at 87 miles an hour for a strike 0-1, and we are underway here for Game 2 of the series and Game 2 of our doubleheader today. That one misses up and out. 89 on the fastball. So Stilson 72 strikeouts as that one's fouled back. Currently ranked as the 6th most in program history. Behind Faxon's 80, Quinn Saunders 79, that back in 2024. Reese Marley 78 in 2023. And then Lance Sparks, who had 75 strikeouts in both 1994 and 1995. It's a 1-2 count on Cromer. Stilson from the first base side of the rubber rocks and delivers. Fastball a little bit outside, and it's 2-2. 91 on that heater from Stilson. Stilson, who got off to that great start to the year, has struggled a bit as of late. A lot of hits against him. His velocity is down a couple ticks from earlier in the year, which is to be expected, but that certainly affected him as this year has gone on. And I think as we got into UAA play, you're seeing some of the effects of that slight drop in velocity, which took him from about, low 90s, 91, 92, and now we're seeing a lot more of Stilson in the 87 to 89 range. Sean Donahue, the catcher, with a pitch-com battery issue. Ellery will know what I'm talking about here. The SNY pitch-com error or mistake. So the Mets broadcast, it's funny. They have, pads, the automated pitch-com detections. I'm not doing it justice, but look up SNY pitch-com error on YouTube, and you'll find it. It's quality. Just trust me. Take my word for it. The 2-2 from Stilson. Listen, folks, I've been here since about 5 a.m. setting up for track and baseball, and we got softball, so my brain is slight mush at this point, and hopefully I'll be able to talk enough to get you through this doubleheader. Cromer at the plate, the 2-2 on the way, and that ball in the air, right field, right over towards Trout, who puts it away for the out. And 1 up, 1 down for Stilson to begin the day as Cromer flies out to right. Good news if you're a Bears fan. In the top of the 6th, NYU has tied the game at 3 against Chicago. And that will get them back in, or get potentially WashU right back in the mix for the conference championship here if NYU is able to pull one out. Ryan Soong now the batter, takes that down low, ball one. In there for a strike, 1-1. Down low. Three and one. And that skied out towards right center. Another chance for Trout, who settles underneath it and makes the catch for the out. Two retired.
Third baseman, number 2,
So now the batter is Anthony Aquali with two away and the base is empty. Aquali hitting at .338 on the year. He was 1 for 2 in the earlier game with 2 runs scored and RBI. He walked twice. Takes that pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. Nice slider there from Stilson, who caught that lower inside corner. Beautiful pitch from Tyler. Up high, 2-1. Stilson throwing to his longtime battery mate, Sean Donahue. The two played at youth baseball together, along with Zach Barnes. Foul back, 2-2. Two on the way. And it's just a bit inside. 92 with that fastball, and there's that velocity that's been missing for Stilson. It's not that the velocity isn't there when he needs it. It's that you could tell that Tyler is using it. He's not throwing it as hard as often as he was earlier in the year. 3-2, and it misses up high. There's an 89-mile-an-hour fastball above the zone. And Tyler Stilson issues a walk for the first base runner of the game, and that'll bring up a dangerous hitter in Pellegrino. Shane Pellegrino, 2 for 4 in the first game, drove in 4 runs with a grand slam that broke the game wide open, made it 11-0 in the third. Batting here with a man on, nobody out. First pitch breaking ball misses down low, and it's 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. On the outside corner, 1-2 on Pellegrino. Pellegrino hitting at .393 on the year. He's driven into team-high 45, hit his 3rd home run of the season earlier. He's got 25 extra base hits among his 55 total hits this year. Here's the 1-2. Runner goes, the pitch taken, throw to second is a little off target and not in time regardless. It was a tough pitch to throw down on. Good job by Donahue to make that play close. He got to it quickly, but the throw was a little up high and away. And that was enough to allow Equali to get into scoring position with 2 away and a good hitter in Pellegrino at the plate. 2-2 on the way. Stilson rocks and delivers. And it's in the dirt with the slider. Full count, 3-2. So if you're Stilson in this situation, well, you certainly want to try to get out of this inning if possible, as quickly as possible. You don't have to throw a strike here with first base open to Pellegrino. You could be a little careful with what you offer him here to try to prevent that run from scoring. And he hits that in the air deep towards left field, back at the wall, and it is off the glove of the left fielder, and that will allow a runner to score. That was Evan Garbinkas in left field. It bounced off his glove, and it's an error that allows Equali to score. And it's now 1-0 WashU on the unearned run. No RBI on the play. A hard-hit ball and certainly deep to left field, but one that Evan Garbinkas would probably tell you he should have had. That just ticked off his glove. And so it's 1-0 Bears. And that will bring Whitty to the plate, who takes ball 1. Jacob Whitty, the catcher, hitting a .317 on the year. Whitty has driven in 43, including 1 in the first game of today's doubleheader. That pitch misses a little high, and it's 2-0. No hits for the Bears, 1 error for the Spartans. And that one misses inside for a ball, 3-0. Now the 3-0 on the way. Thank you. 3-0 pitch, and it's in there for a called strike, 3-1. Pardon me, 2-2 the count. And it's chopped over towards short. There to get it is Arterburn. Throw to first. Gets it there in time, and that ends the inning. WashU scores without the benefit of a hit in the top of the first, and it's 1-0 as we move along to the bottom of the inning. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get you the batting order for the Spartans here in the bottom of the first inning in Game 2 of the doubleheader. It'll be Jackson Knudsen leading things off. Batting second, Sean Donahue. Tyler Stilson hitting third, and then Matt Trout in the cleanup spot. Emilio Mans, the first year, batting fifth. Nate Arterburn, the shortstop, sixth. Evan Garbinkas in left field and batting seventh. Carson Matula playing third and hitting eighth, and then Josiah Harris rounds out the lineup. The center fielder bats ninth. Defensively for WashU, same as game one. First baseman is Cooper Green. Second baseman, Chance Cromer. The shortstop, Shane Pellegrino. And over at third, and the right fielder is Ryan Soong. Doing the catching is Jacob Whitty. And pitching to him is the left-hander, Isaac Zhang, who is 4-0 on the season through 6 appearances, although he'll be making just his second start. He's got a 2.87 ERA, and through 47 innings of work has allowed just 44 hits. for a .256 opponent's average. He has struck out 32 and walked 15 this year. And we'll take the hill here, trying to keep the Bears in the mix for the UAA championship. It's still 3-3 in the bottom of the sixth between NYU and Chicago. And again, we'll keep an eye on that game as well as that moves along. First of two there between the two teams. And again, Chicago can really put some pressure on WashU. Chicago needs to lose a game, at least one, for WashU to win the conference championship. In the meantime, the Spartans trying to answer WashU's run. So Knudsen at the plate to start things off for the Spartans, hitting a .179 on the year. Didn't get a hit in the first game, but was on base twice on an error and a walk. Zhang delivers the 0-1, and it's popped up behind second base. Shortstop Pellegrino back to get it and puts it away for the first out. One gone. So Knudsen out. Zhang gets the first out on just 2 pitches. And now Sean Donahue steps to the plate for the first time in this series. Donahue's been swinging a good bat all season long, but especially lately. He's got his batting average up to .293 with a home run and 6 RBIs. First pitch. And he hits that in the air pretty deep, center field, straight back, still going back as Stevens got turned around and can't get to it, and it drops in for a base hit. Donahue turns the corner at second. He'll dig in for third, and he'll try to score on the play. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. It's an inside-the-park home run for Sean Donahue. Sean Donahue with an inside-the-park home run. And the Spartans tie the game. It's 1-1. Well, that was just a high fly ball. Stevens got turned around out there. One that maybe he could have caught had he gotten a better read on it, but just lost the ball. Can't charge an error on that, and Donahue just kept on running. And so the Spartans even the score, and now Tyler Stilson steps to the plate and takes ball one. 1-0 the count for Donahue. His second home run of the season. He's now tied with Knudsen, Stilson, and Trout for the team lead with 2 apiece. So that misses down low, ball 2-0. It's the second inside-the-park home run this season by the Spartans. The first one off the bat of Jackson Knudsen, and that came back against Washington and Jefferson during the second week of the season. 2-0 on the way. Misses outside, 3-0. Donahue, who is a catcher, and typically you expect catchers to not be particularly fleet of foot, but Donahue just such a gifted athlete. And he just kept on running and scored easily. 3-0 on the way now to Stilson. And that misses down and in, ball 4. And after the inside-the-park home run, a 4-pitch walk to Stilson will bring Matt Trout to the plate with 1 away and a runner on. In case you're wondering, Stilson has stolen 4 bases on 5 attempts. The Spartans have been a little conservative with Tyler on the base paths this year because he does so much for this team. And so I don't think trying to stress him too much, but if he has the opportunity, he'll run. Meanwhile, Trout at the plate hitting at .319, and he swings at the first pitch and chops it foul, 0-1. Trout settling back in. Here's the 0-1, and a called strike, 0-2. They're going to the top of the 7th now in Chicago, and NYU and Chicago all even 3 apiece. Swung on, ground ball hit towards third. Could be 2 if they hurry. Aquali's throw is wild, and everybody's safe. That'll be an error on Aquali on the throw. And the Spartans all of a sudden threatening here with 2 on, 1 away. And now Emilio Manns, the first-year first baseman, a chance to give the Spartans the lead. First error of the game for the Bears, each team with an error in the first inning. Should be a runner on first and 2 away. Instead, the Spartans with a threat still active as Isaac Zhang with a chance here to try to limit the damage. The 0-1 on the way. And Manns fouls it back. Emilio's hitting at .214 during his freshman year. He's 3 for 14 at the plate. 2 of his 3 hits have been doubles, someone that the Spartans are pretty optimistic about. But got off to a bit of a slow start at the plate. He's been swinging it well lately, though, as the 0-2 on. Nope, pickoff attempt down at second. There is a nice contingent today of alumni in attendance for the Spartans, which is always great to see. I think Matt Johnson down at first base, the Spartans' assistant coach, was asking if that was a balk or not. Home plate umpire said, no, it was not. A couple more words than that, maybe. As a swing and a miss from Manns for strike 3, and on 3 pitches, Manns down swinging. And now Nate Arterburn, hitting in the 6th spot in the lineup, I believe for the first time in his career, will be the batter. We've seen Arterburn primarily out of the 9th spot in the lineup. Today, after hitting in the 2nd spot in the order for the majority of the last few weeks, has now moved back down to the 6th spot. Arterburn hitting at .292, swings, grounds that one through the hole for a base hit. They'll wave Stilson around from third. Here comes the throw of the plate. It's cut off. Everybody's safe. And it's an RBI single. First pitch swinging for Arterburn, and the Spartans have their first lead of the weekend. It's 2-1. That will be an unearned run charged against Zhang. And the Spartans have the lead. And so that'll bring Evan Garbinkas to the plate, and Garbinkas a chance here to atone for the error in the top of the inning. Garbinkas hitting a .217 on the year, but his bat has been coming along as of late. The left-handed hitter for the Spartans facing the lefty Zhang. So a rare lefty-lefty opportunity for Garbinkas. Garbinkas with 5 hits this year, including a double. He's driven in a pair. He's appearing in his 16th game of the year. This is his 6th start. First pitch down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1. Garbinkas, this will actually be his first at-bat of the season against a lefty. Let's see what he can do here. You reach a point in the year, and I think Coach Englander is there certainly right now, where you have to put your younger players out there in situations where maybe they might be a little bit uncomfortable, but you got to see what they got, and I think this is a real good opportunity here as Garbinkas, the lefty, facing the lefty, delayed steal, and safe, and coming in to score on the play is Trout. The delayed steal worked out there. It'll be a steal of home for Trout. It's another unearned run, and the Spartans now lead 3-1. I believe a 2-1 count at the plate. And now the 2-1 on the way. And that one catches the inside corner, and the count goes even on Garbinkas, 2-2. Pardon me, 1-2, excuse me. So 1-2 now the count. The pitch to Garbinkas, who squares the bunt, pulls it back. The pitch bounces away. And moving up to third on a wild pitch is Arterburn. And so the Spartans doing the little things right here this inning, taking advantage of some WashU miscues, and are working on a 2-run lead. And again, if you're WashU, plenty early in this game, but it's got to be in the back of their mind that they came into this weekend knowing that Chicago was playing NYU with very little room for a loss this weekend. 2-2 on the way. And that misses inside and makes it 3-2. Garbinkus will return. He thought that was ball 4. I'll be honest, at the start of that at bat, I had that as ball 4 as well, but no argument from the Spartans there. So the count stays at 3-2 on Garbinkus with Arterburn at third. Zhang sets and delivers on the mound. And he takes it on the inside corner for a called strike 3 and the inning's over. But the Spartans strike in the first. 3 runs on 2 hits and an error as Case Western Reserve taking advantage there, and they take a 3-1 lead into the second. Green, Stevens, and Lindsay due up 6, 7, and 8 in the WashU order when we return. Second inning coming up, Case Western Reserve with a 3-1 lead. Big first inning for the Spartans, including a inside-the-park home run from Sean Donahue. And the Spartans leading 3-1 over the Bears, and now a lead for Tyler Stilson to try to protect. He'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the order after WashU scored an unearned run in the top of the first inning against Stilson. First pitch on the way to Green, the first baseman, taken down and in for a ball, 1-0. Cooper Green, a .333 hitter on the season, has started every game for WashU this season and has 2 home runs and 30 runs batted in. Green, a sophomore out of Roland Park, Kansas. Takes a fastball, a slider on the outside corner for a strike. Cutter on the outside corner? Something on the outside corner. Cutter for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Stilson now 31 pitches deep into his day, hoping for an economical inning here. Swing and a miss, 1-2. But despite being in the second game on the second day of this series, the Spartans have a full bullpen to work with here. They really did a good job conserving arms in the first game, and so certainly some options as that misses a little outside, 2-2. 2-2 on the way from Stilson, who did not have a strikeout in his first inning of work and gets that ground ball hit to short. Arterburn, sure-handed, throws to first, and Mans came down on the bag on the high throw and gets the out as Green is retired, 1 gone. So 1 away now for Kevin Stevens. Stevens hitting at .302 on the year. 2 home runs, 29 runs batted in this year for Stevens. And that one hit hard, but bounces off of Stilson's glove and then gets past Knutson, and it'll be the first hit of the day for WashU. Stilson deflected it. Knutson couldn't quite resettle himself after the deflection. And that allows the runner to reach. So the Bears on have the potential game-tying run at the plate in the form of Connor Lindsay, who's hitting a .233 on the season with 8 runs batted in. Lindsay, the senior, out of O'Fallon, Illinois. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Again, WashU probably headed towards the NCAA tournament, regardless of what happens this weekend. Trying to win at least a share of the UAA championship. They'll need some help from NYU to get there. That misses up high right now. NYU is doing their best. It's 3-3 in the bottom of the 7th. Chicago batting with a man on first and 1 away there. Again, we know we have a lot of vested fans here for the Bears, as that's a called strike, 2-1. And so we'll do our best to keep you updated on that. Hopefully Jay Murray can return the favor when Case visits WashU next year. Who knows? Maybe that'll be for the UAA championship. Called strike, and it's 2-2. Jay, one of the greats and longtime voice of WashU athletics. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. 3-2. Fastball missed a little outside. So you come with a fastball, 2-2. Do you double up on it here, or do you try to break a or a slider off that outside corner, or park it on that outside corner maybe? Mix things up here with Lindsay at the plate, the pitch. And he fouls back a fastball to that same spot, and the count stays at 3-2. 1 away and a runner on for the Bears. Payoff pitch on the way. We'll see if Stevens gets the start. He's going, and the pitch is taken for ball 4. Came back to that same spot with the fastball, and it just missed outside again. He couldn't get Lindsay swinging at it, and there'll be 2 on with 1 away for the local left fielder for the Bears, Will Tagan. Tagan 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Struck out twice in the first game of the day. Spartans in double play depth in the infield. Will try to turn 2 on a ground ball. Now we'll see at third base Carson Matula take a few steps in as that's fouled off by Tagan, 0-1. Tagan hitting at .271. The 0-1 from Stilson. Just off the outside corner, 1-1. Tagan, the sophomore, 6'2", 205 pounds. Hitting 9th in the lineup for the Bears. Awaits the 1-1. And he hits that in the air, deep towards right field, but Trout has a beat on it. Settles underneath it and makes the catch. Runner will tag but not advance. And a big second out in the inning for Stilson on the fly out from Tagan. Still 2 on, 2 away now, though, for the top of the order, and Chance Cromer, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. So Stilson today not missing a lot of bats, but he's been collecting outs nonetheless. And a chance to work through some trouble here in the second with 2 on, 2 away. Tough batter at the plate. And Cromer, who's hitting at .323 on the year. Interesting batting stance for Cromer. It's an open stance, but doesn't necessarily look that way because he keeps his feet pretty close together. Normally when you see guys go with that open stance, they really stretch out that front foot. He keeps that front foot kind of turned a little inside and a little closer to that back foot. He's almost touching toe to heel. 2-0 now on Cromer. You can see he almost has his feet touching. Really interesting stance. Contorts that body back. Kind of locks and loads, and he takes the big step as he takes a called strike there. Good pitch from Stilson. TrackMan showing that it hit the black. So, nice one there by Tyler. Now the 2-1 on the way. Up and out. Ball 3, 3-1. Stilson about to throw his 50th pitch of the game with 2 away here in the second. Walk here would load the bases. 3-1 on the way. Here's the pitch. And a called strike at the knees. Full count 3-2. Cromer started walking down to second, but again, TrackMan showing that was a strike. So 3-2, 2 away, and the runners will be in motion here. Notable if a ball finds a gap, it should tie the game. Lindsay leads from first, Stevens from second. Runners will go on the pitch. Here's the 3-2. Runners do go, and the pitch is fouled off. Been a bit of an ongoing theme this year for Spartan pitching, not finishing off hitters when they get 2 strikes in the count at times, and having some of these at-bats really drag on. And that runs up the pitch count, shortens outings. I mean, easier said than done to try to finish off a hitter, but when you get to that 2-strike mark, you really want to bear down and try to get that out. That one's fouled off. 3-2 still. Cromer fighting off some pitches here, making Stilson work. Stilson trying to get through the second. 3-2, 2 away. Stilson takes a deep breath. Now bends at the knees and delivers. Fastball is swung on line, shallow center. Going back is the shortstop Arterburn, but it's over his head and into center field for a base hit. With the runners going, coming around to score is Stevens. Lindsay gets all the way to third. It's an RBI single for Cromer. And it's 3-2. The Spartans lead cut to a run. So RBI for Cromer. That's his second hit and second RBI of the weekend. And now it'll be a tough hitter at the plate in Ryan Soong, who flew out to right field in his first at-bat of the game, hitting at .389 on the year. First pitch from Stilson. Letter high fastball for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just below the knees, 1-1. Came with a fastball that time. Each team with 2 hits, but the Spartans leading by a run. In Chicago, the Maroons have jumped out to a 6-3 lead as that's fouled away. And so Chicago scoring 3 so far in the bottom of the 7th after NYU scored 3 to tie it in the top of the 6th. And again, a Chicago win would make things even more difficult for the Bears. Just running out of games to catch up if you're WashU, if Chicago is able to pick up another win. And again, WashU needs at least one Chicago loss to tie for the UAA championship. 2-2 on the way. Runner goes, the pitch swung on, grounded over to short. Arterburn has it, will go the long way to first and gets it there in plenty of time to get Soong for the final out of the inning. WashU puts a run on the board on the RBI single from Cromer, but we'll move along into the bottom of the second with the Spartans still leading 3-2. It'll be Matula, Harris, and Knudsen due up when we return. Carson Matula set to lead things off for the Spartans. It'll be 8-9-1 for Case Western Reserve. Matula followed by Harris and Knutson. Matula looking for his first hit of his collegiate career and swings at the first pitch. Skies it out to center field. Shallow, actually, right center. And coming over is the second baseman and dropping the ball is the second baseman, Cromer, and that'll be an error allowing Matula to reach. And WashU, after playing a very good first game of the day, seems to really be struggling here in game two. And already the second error for the Bears, but probably a ball in center field that Stevens could have had. You know, sometimes as Josiah Harris gets the bunt down the first baseline, but it'll tick foul. And the count 0-1 on Josiah. You know, sometimes when you get that big win in game one of a doubleheader or game one of a series, it's easy to underestimate your opponent, maybe, you know, fall back a bit, not play with that same intensity. And maybe that's a little bit of the case here. Now the 0-1 on the way. And a throw down to first instead. Now 7-3 Chicago. So again, if you're a WashU fan, not what you want to see. That one bunted down the third baseline. Fielded by Aquali, who spikes the ball, but able to get it there. Gets the friendly turf hop. And Harris with the sacrifice bunt for the first out of the inning. 5-3 on the putout. Matula into scoring position now for the top of the order, and Jackson Knutson. WashU will shift the outfield a little bit with Knutson coming to the plate, the left-handed hitter. The center fielder, Stevens, may be playing a step or two towards right, but the left fielder shifted way over. And let's see, yeah, usually that'll mean that the pitcher is going to try to pitch you outside, or at least that should be the play there. If you're going to play him to hit the other way, you got to pitch accordingly. And so if you're Knutson now at the plate, now you got to think to yourself, I really have to protect that outside corner. You know, so it's sort of one of those, it's the old baseball argument. As that's taken down low, or pardon me, at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Back when the overshift was still legal in the majors, and you know teams used to get power hitters the entire side of the opposite side of the field, and people are always ask, well, why don't you just hit the ball that way? Well, it's the strategy of and they'll call a balk, yeah. I'll ask the pitchers in the press box behind me if they saw anything there. I'm always tougher. Pat, the umpire here, no? Yeah, move the shoulders a little bit, maybe. And Pat Bloom, the veteran manager, and you could tell he's a veteran because he's talking to the umpire with his back to the crowd, so he can't be heard, but kind of has his arms crossed there. Clearly not happy, but the ball called. That was one that the Spartans had wanted earlier on a similar play and did not get called. And so both umpires saw it. I think whatever it was, both umpires saw it. We're going to watch on the replay here. And let's see if we could see it here. Yeah, he started toward this plate. Absolutely, that's a balk. There's no doubt. Here. And now the bunt down, foul though. So Jackson Knutson trying to bunt, but can't get it down. And it's 1-2 now on the Spartans' second baseman. Knutson has been getting a lot of playing time at first base lately, But here getting an opportunity to start in the middle infield, which is his more natural position. We've seen him play all over, though, in the infield so far this season. He's behind the count here, 1-2 with one out and a runner at third. Contact situation for Knutson, and he blasts that one, but out in front of it, deep down the line, and right and out of play. 90 miles an hour off the bat. That went a long way. He was just out in front of it, though. Caught a slider up in the zone that he just yanked. See if he can get that timing down a bit better. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Here's the pitch to Knutson, and he swings and misses, strike three. So Knutson struck out. That is the third strikeout of the game for Isaac Zhang. And with two gone now, runner at third for Sean Donahue, who hit an inside-the-park home run his first time up today, his second home run of the season. That tied the game at 1. The Spartans went on to score 2 more runs in that second inning. As Donahue takes that down low for a ball, it's 1-0. Zhang now up to 29 pitches on the day. Here's the 1-0. And a called strike, 1-1. One pitch.
Hey, good stop back there, Whitty.
And a timeout called. They'll switch up baseballs here. Again, any ball that spends any amount of time on the ground today is probably going to get switched out pretty quickly. It is wet out there after a night of rain. And really a day of rain behind it. Nice backdoor breaking ball. Might have caught the outer portion of the strike zone, and it's 2-2. Two count, 2 away. Runner at third for the Spartans, looking to add to a 1-run lead. Here's the pitch. And it swung on, chopped towards third, but foul, and Donahue stays alive. Donahue making his 15th start of the year. He's now driven in 7 runs. He's got 17 hits on the season. 7 of those have been for extra bases. He came into the game slugging at .466. It's been a good bat for the Spartans this year. 2-2 on the way. Outside, full count, 3-2. The WashU crowd didn't like that, but that was well outside. No doubt about it. Some of that, give credit to Whitty, who does an excellent job of framing, but that pitch was well outside. Trackman confirms. 3-2, 2 away. Here's the pitch. And another one outside, ball 4, and Donahue works out the walk. And there'll be 2 on, 2 away for Tyler Stilson, who was walked and scored a run his last time up. Stilson did not reach base in the first game of the doubleheader. That ended a streak of 18 consecutive games reaching base for Stilson. But came out in his first at-bat, walked, scored a run, and now a chance to drive in a run here. Stilson 4 for 13 this season against left-handed pitching, batting at .308 against lefties. Spartans have not seen a ton of left-handed pitching this year. First pitch on the way to Stilson. And he takes a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Pardon me, slider there, I think. Maybe. Changeup on the outside corner. Now the 0-1. And Stilson hits it in the air. Right field along the line, now in foul territory. Coming over Soong, and he can't catch it. It lands in fair territory. That will allow 2 runners to score. Stilson gets to third, and he's safe. It'll be an error on the right fielder. 2 runners score, and it's 5-2. And boy, the WashU defense this inning and this game has just not been good so far. 3 errors in 2 innings, and they've all been costly. It's now 5-2. Spartans with the lead. And Matt Trout, the batter, who reached on an error his first time up. He pokes that one in the air down the right field line, but foul. And it's an 0-1 count. So 0-1 on Trout, hitting at .316 on the season. That ball misses. 1-1. Again, I think it's easy to fall back on your heels after a win like WashU had in Game 1, and they have not really looked as fine-tuned as they did in that first game. Now the 1-2, a chance for Zhang to get out of the inning. Runner at third for the Spartans is Stilson. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Trout wastes another one. Count stays at 1-2. Chicago still leading 7-3. That game in the bottom of the 8th. And the backdoor breaking ball misses, and it's a 2-2 count. So Trout fighting off some pitches. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. He went chasing the ball in the dirt for strike 3. Tag is applied, and the inning is over. But the Spartans take advantage of a couple WashU errors to bring 2 runs across and now lead 5-2. We'll move into the top of the 3rd. It'll be Aquali, Pellegrino, and Whitty trying to answer back. Heart of the order for the Bears.
Leading off the top of the 3rd for the Bears, number 2, Anthony Equali.
5-2 the score. Spartans leading here in Game 2 of the doubleheader, in the first pitch fouled back by Aquali. 0-1 the count. Aquali was walked and came around to score an unearned run in the first inning. One of 2 runs today for the Bears, who trail 5-2. Case Western Reserve a little sharper in game 2 today. Still a long way to go in this one. That ball into the air towards the right field line. Trout coming over, long run, and he won't get to it as it lands out of play. 0-2 on Equali. Equali hitting at .338. Was 1 for 2 with an RBI in game 1. He scored 3 runs over the 2 games now. It'll be the heart of the order for the Bears this inning. Equali, Pellegrino, and Whitty due up. That pitch misses, 1-2. 61 pitches now for Stilson. His pitch count is up there, and so this is going to have to be a game. At some point, you would think that the Spartans' bullpen is going to have a big say in. That ball ripped towards the gap in left center field. Coming in is Garbinkas, and they'll say it dropped in front of him for a base hit. So a single there for Equali. And there'll be 1 on with nobody out for Shane Pellegrino. Has had some good swings today. His last time up, hit a ball deep towards the wall in left field that Garbinkas got a beat on, but then just saw it tick off his glove. But Pellegrino has hit a couple balls hard so far today. Hits that one hard and through the infield for a base hit. And so Pellegrino is on with a single through the left side. First and second with nobody out now for Jacob Whitty, the catcher.
Catcher number 10, Jacob Whitty.
So 2 on, the potential game-tying run at the plate for the Bears here. Double play depth in the infield for the Spartans, although looks like they'll defend against the bunt at first. Mann's in the cutout over there. No bunt on yet as that first pitch swung on and popped up by Whitty. 0-1 the count. Whitty does have, yet to have a sacrifice bunt this year. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll be swinging away here with an 0-1 count. 0-2. Good fastball from Stilson. 87 and at the knees. Oh and 2. Nobody out. Top of the third. 5-2 Spartans leading. 2 on for the Bears, and Stilson misses outside, and it's 1-2. Good hard slider there for Stilson that missed outside. Here's the 1-2. And it's popped up, first base side. Long run over for Mans, but he'll just watch as it gets over the fence in right field and out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Big out here for Stilson to try to get. Yet to strike a batter out in this one as the fastball missed in. It's 2-2. Again, Stilson came into the game 8 strikeouts away from the program record single season set by Evan Faxon in 2022. Two count. And that one skips in the dirt. Nice block by Donahue to keep the runners where they are. But it's now full. So the count went from 0-2 to 3-2. Whitty has driven in 43 runs this season. And chance here for another RBI. Full count, nobody out. We'll see if the runners are moving for the Bears. Here's the pitch. And it's in the air, right field, shallow. Charging in is Trout. He'll have a beat on it and makes the catch. And that will be the first out of the inning. So one gone.
First baseman number
Cooper Green will be the batter.
Green.
Chicago now leading 8-3. So again, and that's game one of the day. So the Maroons, assuming they hold on, will again make it a little bit more difficult for WashU. Slider up in the zone, swung on and missed at, and it's 0-1. It has not been an easy day for Stilson, who's thrown 71 pitches in this one. Has allowed just 2 runs, only one of them earned. Trying to keep it at a 3-run game here with 1 out and 2 on. Gets another swing and a miss there from Green, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And cranked foul and out of play. Count will stay at 0-2. Over at the softball field, Mather Park here at Case Western Reserve University. Brandeis trying to sweep the Spartans. Are up 9-3 in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-2. Runners go. The pitch poked foul. Count stays at 0-2. A big jump by the lead runner, Aquali, who has stolen 10 bases on 16 attempts. Let's see if I'm Stilson right now. Fastball, hard and above the letters here. See if you can get it Green swinging at something. Just try to overpower him here. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball at the letters, hit in the air, deep towards right. Trout going back and makes the catch for the out. Runner will tag and move up. And so runners on the corners now with 2 away.
Center fielder number 7.
And Stilson with an exit door here in the 3rd. With Kevin Stevens coming to plate. Stevens had a nice weekend so far. A single and a run scored in the 2nd. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored in the first game of the doubleheader. An RBI opportunity for him here, and this feels like a big opportunity for WashU. The Bears have out-hit the Spartans so far 4-2, and that one will be the 5th hit of the game for the Bears and will bring across the 3rd run. RBI single for Stevens, Aquali in to score from 3rd, and it's now 5-3. So Stevens, who is the sophomore out of Smyrna, Georgia, having a nice weekend and drives in a big run there for the Bears. So the tying runs on the base pass for the Bears with Connor Lindsay coming to the plate. And he swings through the first pitch fastball, 0-1. Lindsay drew a walk, was stranded at 3rd his first time up. Stilson now up to 77 pitches. Maybe some signs of the sky brightening just a bit here at the ballpark on what has been a gloomy Saturday for most of the day. Fastball stays high. It's 1-1. That pitch misses down low. Ball 2, 2-1. Called strike, 2-2. See if Stilson can work his way through some trouble here in the frame as he disengages. Now the pitch, runners go. It's swung on, pop foul. Down and away, 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. Runners will be moving with the 3-2. And it's just above the letters, ball 4, and that'll load them up. So the base is loaded, and the batter will be Will Tagan. Tagan 0 for 1 with a fly out to right, hitting at .265 on the year. He's got 13 hits this season, all but one singles. The other one was a double. Has an opportunity to tie the game here with a base hit. With the bases loaded and 2 away. See if Stilson can find a way to settle in. First pitch. And the breaking ball just down low, and it's 1-0. And outside again with no place to put Tagan, it's a 2-0 count. No action in the Spartans' bullpen yet, but that may change quickly. 2-0 on the way. At the letters, called strike with the 84-mile-an-hour fastball. And for Stilson, he may be coming to the end of his day here. He's thrown upwards of 100 pitches several times this year, but you could tell he's not quite as sharp as he normally is. Good fastball there, though, and that's a 2-2 count. 87 on the inside corner. Stilson looking for one big pitch to get him out of the frame. It's 2-2, 2 outs, bases loaded in a 2-run game. Stilson sets and delivers. And that's a ground ball hit up towards the middle. Arterburn dives, but he can't get to it cleanly, and it bounces into center field. 2 runs will score to tie the game. The throw comes in, and it's a 2 RBI single for Tagan. And it's a 5-5 ball game. So 2 runs come across. And now back to the top of the order for the Bears, and it'll be Chance Cromer who has a chance to give WashU its first lead of the game. Pardon me, its second lead of the game. They led 1-0 after half an inning. Cromer 1 for 2 today. He singled in the second and drove in a run. Takes a called strike from Stilson, and it's 0-1. Still no action in that Spartan bullpen. Here's the 0-1. Well outside, 1-1. And that ball hit in the air, shallow left. Coming over in is Garbinkas, who slides and makes the catch to end the inning. So Garbinkas makes a nice play in left to get through the third, but WashU strikes for 3 runs on 4 hits against Stilson. And we will move into the bottom of the third. It's a tie game, 5-5 the score. Due up this inning for the Spartans, it's Mans, Arterburn, and Garbinkus when we return.
Leading off for the Spartans, first baseman number 8, Emilio Mans.
Emilio Mann set to lead the inning off for the Spartans. Takes a first pitch low, and it's 1-0. 5-5 the score between the Bears and the Spartans as we begin the bottom of the third. After a first game that moved pretty quickly, this one kind of plodding along right now. That one hit back to the pitcher. Zhang with it. Throw to first in time to get the out, and there's one gone. So Mann's retired.
Number 4, Nate Arterburn.
And with one out, Nate Arterburn will be the batter. Arterburn with an RBI single back in the first. Now hitting a .298 on the year. Takes a called first strike, 0-1. And the count goes to 0-2. Again, Arterburn hitting a bit lower in the lineup. See if he can take advantage, get something going here for Case Western Reserve in what is now a tie game. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-2. One and two, one away. 5-5 the score. Third inning. What has been an active second game of this series. That one golfed by Arterburn towards deep left center field, but over to get it is the left fielder Tagan for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone now for Evan Garbinkus, who struck out looking his first time up.
Number 3, Evan Garbinkus.
Garbinkus now hitting a .208 on the year. First pitch to Garbinkus. Misses inside for a ball, 1-0. And he hits one hard but right at the shortstop. Pellegrino with it. Throw to first, and a quick inning for Zhang after his team ties the game. He'll get him back up to the plate pretty quickly here. We'll move to the fourth. It's 5-5 between the Bears and the Spartans. Soon followed by Aquali and Pellegrino when we return.
Right fielder number 5, Ryan Sohm.
Let's go, Ryan. Come, 5. Go, 5.
Tyler Stilson back out to begin the fourth in a 5-5 game. First pitch hit hard, but foul down the line and left. 102 miles an hour off Soong's bat, but it's just a hard strike as the count goes to 0-1. Soong 0 for 2 in this one, was 0 for 2 in the first game as well. So doing the quick math, that makes him 0 for 4 so far this weekend, but hitting at .386 overall on the season. So you expect him to snap out of it quickly as that one came up and in as he turns out of the way and the count goes to 1-1. Called strike, 1-2.
Come, 5. Go, 5. You got it. You got it.
1-2 from Stilson. In the dirt, 2-2. Now bring the count full, 3-2. It is 3-2, yep. Here's the pitch. It swung on, chop foul. 97 pitches now for Stilson with nobody out here in the fourth. No action, it looks like, in the bullpen yet. 3-2 from Stilson. Outside corner, called strike 3. Stilson gets the called strike. And Soong down looking. That is the first strikeout of the game for Stilson. His 73rd of the season, now 7 away from the record. And Anthony Equali will now be the batter with 1 away and the bases empty. Again, you can't imagine Stilson has much more left in him. As that one misses down and away, ball 1. Next pitch will be number 100 for Tyler. Here's the 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. Final score from Chicago, it's Chicago 8, NYU 4. So again, WashU will need at the minimum for Chicago to lose one of those final 2 if they want a chance at the conference championship. And the count goes to 3-1 now on Equali. And that one's hit hard and through for a base hit. 101-mile-an-hour screamer off Equali's bat, and he'll be on with a 1-out single.
Shortstop, number 17, Shane Pellegrino.
And that'll bring Pellegrino to the plate. Called strike. 0-1 the count. And that's a base hit through the right side of the infield. Aquali will try for third, and he'll get there safely. And the Bears with runners on the corners now. And just one away for Jacob Whitty. Whitty 0 for 2 in this one, hitting at .312 on the season, an RBI opportunity for him. That one misses up and in, 1-0. And a called strike, 1-1. Stilson up to 107 pitches. Runner goes, he's safe. Throw goes home, and he's out. McQualley caught stealing. Some trickery on the base pass. No dice for the Bears, though. Pellegrino will advance. Aquali out on the caught stealing. That'll go as a 2-4-2 caught stealing. And now 2 away in the inning. Runner at second base. It's a 1-2 count. Two and two now. That one's into right field. It's down for a base hit. Trout scoops it. They'll send the runner home. Here comes the throw. And it comes through, but not in time. And Whitty with an RBI single puts the Bears on top at 6-5. So Pellegrino scores. WashU regains the lead for the first time since the top of the first.
Cooper Green.
And that, I think, is going to be it for Stilson here. We'll take a break. Case Western Reserve trailing 6-5 with 2 outs in the fourth.
number 18, Ayush Shetty. Tyler Stilson will remain in the lineup as a designated hitter, batting third.
Case Western Reserve University down a run, and we'll turn to the bullpen here as Ayush Shetty will come out. Ayush Shetty, the new pitcher, a 3-1 record on the season through 11 appearances out of the bullpen. He's got a 4.61 ERA with 2 saves, 27 and a third innings of work. He's struck out 25, walked 13. Opponents hitting .288 against him. It's been a great year for Ayush and trying to keep it going here in relief, keep this at a 1-run game if he can. Another throw down to first, not in time. And that's right in there for a called strike, 0-1. So the day is done for Tyler Stilson. No chance for him to win this one. He's currently in line for the loss. Pitch misses outside by a shade. And the count goes to 1-1. Another throw down to first, not in time. That one's popped up, foul territory, first base side. Mans will get a look at it, but he watches it go foul, and it's 1-2. See if Shetty can get the Spartans out of the fourth here, down just a run. Here's the 1-2 on the way from the Alpharetta, Georgia product. And he pokes that foul, does Green. Another 1-2 upcoming. Here's the pitch. Shetty delivers. Swung on, grounded towards third under the dive of Matula. Into left field for another hit for the Bears, their 10th of the game. Whitty moves up to second and stops there. 2 on and 2 out now for Kevin Stevens.
Center fielder, number 7, Kevin Stevens.
Stay hot. Stay hot. Let's go. Hey, get a hit, kid. Get a hit, kid. Bring him home.
Ground ball hit toward short, should end the inning. Arterburn with it, goes to first, a little low, and unable to hold it as Mans. And everyone will be safe. And so the inning continues with 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Error is on the throw by Arterburn, which was low. A catchable ball, but you can't expect the first baseman to necessarily make the play in that situation. And so the inning continues. Second error of the game for the Spartans, and now an opportunity for WashU to extend their lead. Already up by a run here. So Lindsay at the plate, and the first pitch breaking ball misses down and away, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Bases loaded for the Bears, and no place to put the runner. On the way from Shetty. And at the letters for a called strike, it's 2-1. Down the middle for a called strike, 2-2. See if Shetty can leave him loaded here. Shetty stares down, now looks back at the catcher, Donahue. Here's the 2-2 offering with the bases loaded and 2 away, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shetty gets the strike out of Lindsay to end the frame, and the Spartans leave him loaded as we'll move to the bottom of the 4th in a 1-run game. 6-5 the score, Bears take the lead. Spartans coming to bat. It'll be Matula, Harris, and Knutson due up when we return.
Carson, Matula.
First pitch of the inning is Carson Matula leading off with the Spartans down 1, and he takes a called strike, 0-1. Matula 0 for 1, reached on an error and came across to score a run his first time up. Spartans down 6-5 to the Bears. Is that pitch on the outside corner for a called strike? It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Isaac Zhang, who has had some new life here after seeing his team trailing 3-1, 5-2. Now is working with a 6-5 lead in the fourth. He's still at just 54 pitches on the day, too, so he's got plenty left, or at least should. This will be Josiah Harris at the plate. Harris with a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Takes that pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. And it's an 0-1 count on the Spartans. Senior center fielder will be recognized tomorrow during Senior Day. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Zhang 2/3 of his way to an immaculate inning here. He strikes out Matula on 3 pitches, strikes out Harris on 3 pitches. And now it'll be up to Jackson Knutson, who's 0 for 2 in this one, to try to put an end to the stretch here. Knutson hitting a 172 on the year. The leadoff hitter for the Spartans awaits the pitch from Zhang. First pitch on the way. And a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 on the way. And it's 0-2. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it back and just got a piece of it to avoid the immaculate inning. And some of the Spartan alumni in attendance fired up over that one. So now we'll get another 0-2 pitch upcoming. And it's behind him, and he's hit by the pitch. So Knutson will reach base, and the fourth inning will continue as Sean Donahue steps to the plate. 1 for 1, an inside the park home run and a walk. He scored 2 runs in the game. Donahue now hitting at .305 on the season. First pitch. And it's low, ball 1. Donahue trying to get a big hit here, keep the inning going. He swings, drives that one deep to left field, back towards the wall, but on the warning track, coming over and making the catch is the left fielder Tegan for the final out. Donahue hit it well, but Tegan was able to catch up to it, and that will end the fourth. The Spartans leave a man on. We'll go to the fifth. It's 6-5, WashU.
leading off the top of the fifth. Left fielder number 8, Will Tagan.
First pitch liner by Tagan, who ended the inning with a nice catch in left into right field for a base hit. And there's a man on for WashU in a one-run game in the fifth. So 1 on, nobody out. Chance Cromer, the batter.
Chance Cromer.
Squares to bunt, gets it out in front of the plate. Donahue with it, throws to second, but the throw is wild. It'll get into center field, going to third on the play is Tagan. It'll go as an error on Donahue. No sacrifice bunt for Cromer on that one. And it's first and third now with nobody out. And now Ryan Soong will be the batter, 0 for 3, but a chance to extend the WashU lead here with nobody out and men on the corners. Each team with 3 errors now, as that's in there for a called strike to Soong, 0-1. One and one the count. Ayush Shetty beginning its first full inning of work and in some trouble. And that one ticks off of Donahue's glove. No one covered the plate. It'll go as a pass ball and will allow the run to score. Might have been a cross up there. Either way, it'll allow the run to score. It'll be an unearned run. Cromer moves up to second. And that one fouled off by Soong. 2-2. Seven 5 now the score. That pitch misses for ball 3. Full count, 3-2 on Soong with a runner at second and nobody out. Ground ball hit up the middle. Arterburn cuts it off, but everyone will be safe. And now runners on the corners and one away. And Anthony Equali will be the batter.
Baseman number 2, Anthony Equali.
So a chance for WashU to add on. first pitch low, ball 1. That second game of the doubleheader in Chicago should start soon, as that's fouled away by Aquali. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. Throw down to first, not in time. Down and away, 2-1. Nobody out. A run across already for the Bears, who lead 7-5 here in the 5th. 2-1 pitch. And the breaking ball misses in, 3-1. Three 3-1, down and out, ball 4. And the base is now loaded for the Bears with nobody out.
Shortstop number 17, Shane Pellegrino.
And now the base is loaded for Shane Pellegrino, who's been on base all 3 times. Reached on an error in the first. Singles in the 3rd and the 4th. He scored 2 runs, hit a grand slam in the first game of the day, and has a chance to add on to that here. First pitch. And that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. See if Shetty can pull the rabbit out of the hat here. His 0-1 pitch. Down and away, 1-1. Spartans led 3-1, 5-2. But the Bears, scoring 5 unanswered runs, have taken a 2-run lead, 7-5, and can blow this game open here with a big hit from Pellegrino, who already has a big hit on the day. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, swung on and missed at strike 2, 1-2. One and 2, the pitch from Shetty. Fastball just misses. Shade outside, and it's 2-2. Two on the way. Shetty comes set again, trying to find that 3rd strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball through for a base hit for Pellegrino. Should score 2, scooped up in left field by Garbinkus. Throw to the plate, cut off. A 2 RBI single for Pellegrino. Sung and Cromer both score, and it's now 9-5 Bears. So WashU just so pesky at the plate, keeps on swinging it well. And they have taken it to the Spartans here in game 2 of this doubleheader. Their second 3-run inning, they're up 4. And Qualley with the lead from second. Pellegrino We'll have Mans playing in front of him at first. Is the pitch on the way? Outside from Shetty, 1-0. Spartans bullpen will get up and moving again here as Shetty has thrown 31 pitches. He's gotten just 1 out so far. That came as the final out of the 4th. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Whitty at the plate, a .317 hitter on the season. 1 for 3 in the game, and he swings through that one, and it's 1-2. And you saw Whitty just take a couple of cuts at that breaking ball there, and I got to imagine Shetty's going to go right back to that here. Just keep working that pitch. Looking for the first out of the inning with 2 on and nobody out here. The pitch. Outside with the slider, it's 2-2. Foul back, 2-2 still. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Shetty gets the first out of the inning on a strikeout. And there's 1 gone now for Green. Green 1 for 3 in the game. Hitting at .333 on the season as well, so true to form so far today. Runners will go. Throw goes to the trailing runner, but everyone's safe. Meanwhile, it's a strike at the plate, so it's 0-1. Double steal there, so Qualley and Pellegrino both in scoring position with an 0-1 count on Green. Infield pulled in for the Spartans, down 4 here in the 5th. 3 runs across already for the Bears. And the breaking ball in the air, deep towards right field, coming over is Trout, still coming, he makes the catch. Tagging from third is Qualley, he'll score. Pellegrino tags from second and advances 90 feet to third with 2 outs. It's a sacrifice fly for Green, and it makes it 10-5 WashU. That will be an unearned run due to the error earlier in the inning. And so now Pellegrino at third with 2 away for Kevin Stevens, who has been on base all 3 times, 2 singles and an error. He's 2 for 3 in the game with 2 runs scored and an RBI. The pitch. And he hits that in the air towards shallow right center. In to get it is Trout, and the inning is over. But 4 more runs come across for the Bears in the frame, and it's now 10-5 WashU. The Spartans coming to bat in the bottom half of the 5th. This will be the heart of the order. Stilson, Trout, and Mans when we return. Isaac Zhang is now working with a 5-run lead as his team has come storming back. Again, he found himself behind 5-2, but the Bats have come alive here for the Bears, who have taken a 10-5 lead. This will be Tyler Stilson at the plate to lead things off, hitting at .333 and takes the first pitch down and out, ball 1-0. Stilson stayed in the game after his day on the mound was done. He remains in as the designated hitter. Now the 1-0 on the way from Zhang. And it's called strike, 1-1. They should be starting the second game of the doubleheader in Chicago shortly. That'll be Cooper Paul versus Preston Benner in Game 3 of that series. Chicago has taken the first two. And that's foul back. Might have taken out a window. And it misses down low. 2-2 the count. Stilson trying to get a rally started for the Spartans here with his team down 5 with nobody out in the 5th. Plenty of time left in this one, but the Spartans have not swung it well today. Despite the 5 runs, they have just 2 hits. Stilson hits that one hard and deep towards left field, but coming over is Tagan, and he makes the catch for the out. Another nice play in left field by Tagan on a hard hit ball. 93 off the bat from Stilson. And now Matt Trout will come to the plate with 1 out and the base is empty. Trout 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out swinging in his 2 trips to the plate today. First pitch on the way. And it's taken outside, ball 1. Swung on, hit hard towards third, but grabbed there by Aquali. His throw to first is true, and that'll be the second out of the inning. So Trout retired, 2 away, and Emilio Manns now to the plate, 0 for 2 in the game.
First baseman, number 8, Emilio Manns.
Manns hitting a 188 on the year. Getting the start here today. The 3rd start of his collegiate career, appearing in his 10th game overall. First pitch. And that one misses a shade up as the count goes to 1-0. Manns out of Southborough, Massachusetts, Noble and Greenough School. 6'3", 215 pounds, cranks that one foul. The count evens 1-1. Again, if you're a WashU fan, your easiest path, most direct path to a UAA championship is to sweep the Spartans and hope Chicago loses one. And again, if the two teams tie for the UAA championship, they tie for the UAA championship. There's no tiebreaker for the title. There is a tiebreaker for the automatic bid, but that's probably more pertinent for Chicago than WashU. If WashU sweeps this weekend, as that's fouled off, they're going to make the tournament regardless. Chicago is much more borderline. Although certainly a strong finish to the year for the Maroons will put them in a pretty good spot. 1-2 on the way. And it's fouled off again by Mans. 1-2 still. One-two pitch. And it misses outside, 2-2. Bases empty, 2 away in the 5th. Isaac Zhang has thrown 75 pitches, 51 for strikes. He's kept his pitch count down despite allowing some runs early in the game. And has really settled in nicely. Backdoor slider catches for a called strike 3, and the inning's over. Spartans go down in order in the 5th. We'll move to the 6th. It's 10-5. WashU leading. Lindsay, Tagan, and Cromer due up when we come back.
Designated hitter number 21, Connor Lindsay.
8-9-1 for WashU. Lindsay, Tagan, and Cromer due up, with the Bears leading 10-5 as we begin the 6th frame of this one. Game 2 of the day. 2 more to follow tomorrow. Lindsay pops that one up. Foul behind home plate and out of play, 0-1. Ayush Shetty continuing on the mound for the Spartans, now at 40 pitches. Now the 0-1. Just off that outside corner, 1-1 the count. Shetty now comes set. And that ball hit in the air deep towards center field, but Harris circling underneath it and puts it away for the first out as Lindsay is retired. So Lindsay now 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of walks, and now Will Tagan will be the batter. Tagan 2 for 3 in this one, a 2 RBI single in the 3rd, and then single and a run scored last inning. now hitting a .294 on the year. The pitch is a called strike to Tegan. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 from Shetty. Outside, 1-1. 10-5 the score. The Bears trying to sweep the doubleheader today. A 1-1 pitch from Shetty. And the breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2. Cody Hughes up in the mound, in the bullpen, although not throwing yet. Cody has a large stick that he's warming up with currently. As that one misses down and out for a ball. So we'll see if Hughes is loosening up. I would imagine he's going to get a chance at some point today. Shetty up to 46 pitches in this one. Here's the 2-2 from Ayush. He delivers. Swung on liner, right field base hit. This is just a tough WashU lineup to navigate your way through. They work the counts well, they're pesky, they hit well with 2 strikes.
Second baseman, number 11, Chance Crawford.
It's a very good baseball team, and they've shown it here in the last 2 games. NYU went scoreless in the top of the first as that's fouled off. So Chicago coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning of a scoreless game. Now the 0-1. And that's fouled back. 0-2. Cromer awaits the 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul back. It stays at 1-2 on Cromer. One-two to Cromer. Swung on, foul back, and the count stays at 1-2. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time. Here's the 1-2 offering from Shetty. One away, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball lifted in the air, center field, playable for Harris. Takes a few steps towards left and puts it away, and there's 2 gone. Harris with his second put out of the inning, and now a runner at first and 2 away for Ryan Soong. Soong, a single and a run scored in his last at bat, 1 for 4 in the game. It almost seems improbable But Sung has been at bat now in 5 of the 6 innings today. And it's just been that kind of a day. Same thing for Cromer. I mean, it's just been, again, a lot of WashU hits. They've got 14 in the game. They've really ground out a couple of at-bats. It's made it hard for Spartan pitching. One and two count now on Sung at the plate. 2 away and a runner at first. Shetty looking for a scoreless inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Shetty comes set and instead throws down to first. Not in time. Foul down the third base side. 1 and 2 still on Sung. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 3, and the inning's over. So a 1-out base hit in the 6th for WashU, but Shetty leaves him stranded, and we'll move into the bottom of the 6th with the Bears leading 10-5. Bottom of the order, Arterburn, Garbinkus, and Matula due up when we return. Nate Arterburn to the plate as the Spartans trailing by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Arterburn, a called strike of the knees. Arterburn has one of the 2 Spartan hits, an RBI single in the first. He's also flown out to left today. The 0-1 on the way. Down and out, 1-1. That ball is hit towards right. Coming in is Sung, and he'll put it away for the out, 1 gone. Zhang has done great today. Again, after a game that looked like he would be short for it. But he has really settled in nicely, and after WashU looked a little sloppy in the field early on, he has settled in nicely and been able to get some length out of this one. We'll get a pinch hitter coming in here as Garbinkus' day will be done. Thomas Downs coming in to pinch hit and likely will stay in the game and play left field. Eli Westrick with the bat out on deck. First pitch misses outside to Downs, who's hitting a .227 on the season. Love to see Thomas get a hit here. The senior will be honored tomorrow. Downs has, in many ways, been the emotional heartbeat of this team over the last few seasons. And really, for a guy who probably has not gotten the playing time he has wanted over his career, he has just been so good. Both this team with the spirit that he's brought to the game. 2-1 now the count. Getting an opportunity here. I'm sure we'll see him start at least one of the games tomorrow. 2-1. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count, 3-2 on Downs. The Falls Church, Virginia product. Three-two on the way, and Downs wastes one foul. Count stays at 3-2. Zhang now up to 85 pitches on the day. Here's the pitch. And Downs lifts that in the air, sky high, but playable and left for Tagan, who near the line makes the catch in fair territory for the out. And on 2 fly balls, 2 outs. The Spartans have not gotten a hit since the first inning now, just 2 hits in the day. They have not had a runner reach base since the 4th. That was on a hit batter. We'll get a pinch hitter here for Carson Matula. It'll be Eli Westrick who will come into the game. Westrick 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1 of the doubleheader, where he started as the designated hitter. First pitch on the way, and it's down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. Sixth inning. 10-5 Bears. That pitch misses down and away, 1-1. Chicago and NYU scoreless now with 2 outs in the top of the second. NYU has a runner at first. The 1-1. 2-1. And if Chicago wins the second game of this doubleheader, they'll clinch at least a share of the UAA championship. Foul back. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering. Zhang sets and delivers. Outside corner, called strike 3, and the inning's over. Westrick down looking. Another 1-2-3 inning for Zhang. Will move to the 7th. It's 10-5. WashU leading when we return. First pitch on the way from Shetty to Aquali in there for a called strike. Changes defensively for the Spartans behind Shetty. Eli Westrick stays in the game. He'll play first. Staying in the game and playing left field is Thomas Downs. Moving from second to third is Jackson Knudsen. And coming into the game and playing second for the Spartans is Calvin Gelly, who will hit for Emilio Mans in that spot in the order. That one's hit hard to short. Knocked down by Arterburn, the throw off target. And that'll be an error on Arterburn, allowing Aquali to reach. Hard hit ball off the bat, but right at Arterburn. And that's one that I'm sure Nate would tell you he should have made a play on. And so a runner on and nobody out for Shane Pellegrino. As that pitch misses outside, ball one. Two and 0 the count now on Pellegrino. Fastball outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Ten to 5 the score. 10 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors for the Bears. As that lifted out to right. Easy play out there for Trout, who comes underneath it and makes the second or the catch for the first out of the inning. Aquali stays at first. One gone now for Jacob Whitty. Getting all kinds of food delivered today. Look at this. Oh. Our track coach, Eric Schmall, bringing by a sandwich for me. Listen, I will tell you, Marcy, my wife, had cookies delivered. So the sandwich better be good is what I'm saying. First day of track and field, Eric Schmall, our track coach, Rocco Matolo, our throws coach. How'd it go, guys?
Great day.
He says, great day. You want to hop on for a few?
No.
Tell me about the day. Tell me what happened. No? No. The answer is no. That one's in there for a called strike, 2-1 on Whitty. And that ball in the air, right field, pretty deep along the line. Coming over is Trout, though. And he makes the catch for the out. Whitty retired. 2 gone now in the inning. I shared the cookies. I'm not sharing this sandwich. Just so we're all clear. I've been generous enough for one day with everybody. The sandwich is mine. So 2 away now, and there's a snap throw down, not in time. That's down and away for a ball. Green at the plate, 2-0 count on the outside corner. With that one from Shetty, it's 2-1. Down and away again. And that's right in there for a called strike. Full count, 3-2. Runner goes on the 3-2 with 2 outs. Arterburn circles. Long throw to first, but won't get it there in time. And it'll be an infield hit.
Center fielder, number 7, Kevin Stevens.
So first and second with 2 outs now. Batter is Kevin Stevens. Pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 on the way. And it's popped up, shallow center, could be trouble. Going back, though, is the second baseman, Gelly, and he'll put it away for the out. And the inning's over. So 2 left stranded. We'll move to the bottom of the 7th. 10-5, WashU leading. 9-1-2 for the Spartans. Harris, Knutson, and Donahue due up when we come back. Nine, 1-2 for the Spartans, down by 5, trying to put a dent in a WashU lead here. John Stott on the mound begins inning number 7 with 91 pitches. First on the way, and Harris turns on it, lines it down the line and left. It's a fair ball for Josiah. He'll turn the corner at first and come into second with a leadoff double. Spartans have their first hit since the first inning. And there's a man on in scoring position with nobody out for the top of the Spartans order with Jackson Knutson coming to the plate. I believe we have action in the WashU bullpen, and that is number 35 out there. That's Dylan Bellier, who has begun to warm. Knutson Takes a called first strike, 0-1. Knutson 0 for 2 with a walk in the first game, 0 for 2 so far in this one. The 0-1 on the way. And he swings and misses, 0-2. One and two the count. They're in the top of the third now in Chicago. It's a scoreless game still between the Maroons as they look to clinch the UA championship and the Violets. That one got fouled off on the 96th pitch of the day by Zhang. Here's the 1-2. Harris jumping off of second base. Now the pitch. And it's lined into left field. That's a base hit. Harris with good speed rounds the corner at third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. RBI single for Jackson Knutson. And the Spartans cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So after, again, not getting a base hit since the early portion of the game, the Spartans with 2 hits to start the 7th, including that RBI single by Knutson. And with Donahue batting now, and it's a 10-6. It's a 10-6 game, and I believe WashU going to the bullpen. And I believe this will be Bellier coming in. So we'll make a pitching change. Be back with you in a minute. 10-6 the score when we return. New pitcher on the mound for the Bears is Dylan Bellier, who will face Sean Donahue here with a runner on and nobody out in the 7th. First pitch, Donahue takes it down the middle, 79-mile-an-hour slider. for a called strike 0-1. Now the 0-1 on the way to Donahue has an inside the park home run today. Takes that low, 1-1. Bellier with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Bellier, the first-year pitcher, 6 foot tall, 205 pounds, out of Frisco, Texas. 1-1 pitch coming. Down and away, 2-1. He's been good this year. 2-0 on the season through 7 appearances out of the bullpen. A 2.25 ERA through 8 innings of work, has given up just 4 hits, allowed 2 runs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Throws that one down and away, 3-1. Jackson Knutson, who had the RBI base hit a few moments ago to chase Zhang from the game, takes his lead from first. The 3-1 pitch from Bellier on the way. And a swing and a miss, 3-2. Good pitch on the outside corner. And the count now full. So we'll see if Knutson is running here 3-2 and nobody out. Knutson does have 1 stolen base on as many attempts this year. I believe that came earlier in the day, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been in yesterday's, well, the earlier game, let's put it that way. I think that stolen base came yesterday. Confirmed. Thank you, Todd. It's all a blur right now. "3-2 on the way with nobody out. Runner goes, and Donahue fouls it off. Count stays 3-2. Another payoff pitch upcoming, and Bellier steps off. Here's a 3-2. And outside, ball 4. Good take there by Donahue. Trackman showing it did miss outside, and so the Spartans with 2 on. The potential game-tying run moves into the on-deck circle as Tyler Stilson comes to the plate. Nobody out in the inning, and the Spartans maybe with a little glimmer of light here to try to get back in this game. It's one of those games where it was a 5-run deficit that felt like it could have been 10. But the Spartans slowly maybe starting to get an opportunity here. First pitch to Stilson is down and in for a ball, 1-0. The Spartans led early in this one. WashU, though, scored 8 unanswered runs before the Spartans struck here in this inning, and now a meeting on the mound for the Bears with nobody out and 2 on base. Stilson 0 for 2 in the game, drew a walk, scored a run. 0 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader. So Stilson looking for his first hit of the day. He hit a ball hard his last time up as WashU head coach Pat Bloom coming out to talk to his first-year pitcher, and I think he's going to take the ball from him. He will. We'll get another pitching change here as the Spartans threatening. Down 4, but with 2 on and nobody out here in the 7th. We'll be back. So the count now goes to 2-0 on Stilson, facing the new pitcher Guthrie here. 2-0 on the way. And Stilson sends it sky high to center field. Charging in is Stevens, and he will make the catch on the run for the first out of the inning. One gone. New pitcher for the Bears is number 28, Parker Guthrie. Guthrie, a junior right-handed pitcher from Baldwin, Missouri. 6'2", 215 pounds. Guthrie on the year making his 15th appearance out of the bullpen. That leads all Bears now. 15th appearance, I should say, leads all Bears. He didn't make one start. He's 4-1 with a 2.87 ERA, and that one down and out to Trout as the count goes to 1-0. Double by Harris to start the inning. He came around to score on Jackson Knutson's base hit. A walk to Donahue, put 2 on with 1 away, with nobody out. Before the fly out moments ago from Stilson, now 1-1 after the swing and miss from Trout. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss again from Trout. He went fishing twice at that. Breaking ball outside. Here comes the 1-2. Trout trying to keep it going here for the Spartans. 0 for 3 in the game. Runners go. The pitch is taken for a ball. Throw goes down to third, and plenty of time to get the out. And Knutson retired on the caught stealing. It goes a 2-5 caught stealing. Donahue moves up on the play. No stolen base for Donahue. You can't have a steal on the same play that a caught stealing occurs on. And so Donahue is the trailing runner. Now in scoring position at second. But 2 outs and a 2-2 count on Trout. 2-2 on the way. And it's off the outside corner, and it's a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch on the way to Trout with 2 away and a runner in scoring position, and it's down and in, ball 4. So Trout draws the walk, and that'll bring up Nate Arterburn with 2 on and 2 away. And, pardon me, this is Calvin Gelly, not Arterburn. Excuse me, Gelly hitting in the 5 spot for Emilio Mans. So Gelly the batter here, and a chance for Gelly to drive in a run. Gelly's first at bat of the game, and he swings and cranks the first pitch foul 0-1. Gelly started the first game of the doubleheader at second base, went 0 for 3. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Up high, 1-1 the count. Chicago loaded the bases with 2 outs in the third, but in the fourth, but unable to score, and that game is still scoreless. 2-1 now on Gelly as he takes that pitch. Outside corner, nice slider there. And the count even, 2-2. Donahue at second, Trout at first, 2 away in a 4-run game. Here's the pitch. And Gelly lifts it foul to stay alive, 2-2 still. 2-2, 2 away the pitch. And Gelly pops it up. Foul territory behind home plate. The catcher, Whitty, is there and puts it away for the out. And the inning is over. The Spartans leave 2 stranded. It's a 4-run game as we move to the 8th. 10-6, WashU leading. Connor Lindsay leading things off against Cody Hughes and delivers a first pitch strike. Hughes, the new pitcher on the mound for the Spartans, the sophomore. Hughes on the year 0-2 with a 4.35 ERA through 9 appearances, including 1 start. Gets a swing and a miss at a fastball at 91 from Hughes. Hughes can deliver it at a pretty high velocity. The key for him is always locating those pitches. 273 average for Hughes this year, including 9 strikeouts, 10 walks allowed through his 10 1/3 innings of work. 92 on the pitch to Lindsay, who fouls it back. Now the 0-2. Hughes rocks and delivers. Fastball a little low. 91 that time from Cody. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. 89 from Hughes. Took a little bit off of that one to get it in there, and he gets the swing and the miss for the strikeout. 1 gone for Will Tagan, who is 3 for 4 in this one. 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Three and 0. And that's in there for a called strike, 3-1. And the count goes full, 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. Down and away, ball 4. So Tagan draws the walk.
Second baseman, number 11, Chance Cromer.
Now Chance Cromer will be the batter with one away and a runner on. Cromer, the left-handed hitter, leadoff hitter for the Bears. He's 1 for 5 with an RBI in the game. Batting here in the 8th. Sun maybe starting to peek out finally at the end of the day. Liner there into center field. Coming on is Harris, who will turn and throw after picking it up on a hop, trying to get it into second base, but can't in time. Sliding in safely is Tagan. It's a base hit for Cromer, and they'll be 2 on with 1 out. Ryan Soong will now be the batter. Soong hitting at .385. And that got a little wild there. Away. You could see Hughes has been working off that slider early in the count, trying to get that first pitch slider over and then using that really good fastball, high velocity to try to retire hitters. Pitching backwards, if you will. The 1-0 on the way. And there for a called strike, 1-1. 10-6 is the score. The Spartans trailing in this one by 4 late in the game. The series will resume tomorrow with a doubleheader. That is slated to begin at 10 a.m. Senior Day to precede it, beginning at 9:40. We'll have all the coverage for you right here. So make sure to tune in as the count goes to 1-2. Change up, I think, there. Fastball at 82. So Cody taking about 10 miles an hour off that one. The 1-2 on the way. Down and out, ball 2. That's the change up there, okay. Cody is, he kind of really embodies the personality of a relief pitcher. He's got the high velocity, a little quirky maybe. If that's in there for a called strike 3. So 2 away now, and Anthony Equali will be the batter with 2 outs and 2 on. Hughes trying to pitch a scoreless 8th, keeping it a 4-run game headed into the bottom of the inning. Equali, the batter, reached on an error his last time up. He's 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored today, and a swing and a miss there from Hughes. There's that slider early in the count. Six strikeouts today for Spartan pitching. 3 of them have been Soong. 2 from Lindsay, 1 from Whitty. Again, a WashU team, they don't strike out a lot. As that ball hit in the air, left field, it'll drop in for a base hit. Rounding the corner and coming around to score from second is Tegan. Cromer stops at second base. It's an RBI single for Equality. The Bears get back the run that the Spartans scored in the bottom of the 7th here in the top of the 8th. And it's now 11-6, the Bears with the lead. So 2 away now for Shane Pellegrino. Pellegrino with 2 RBIs. He's 3 for 5 in this game. 6 RBIs over the doubleheader today. And he hits that one hard right at short, but over the head of the shortstop Arterburn, who came over and couldn't make the catch. The throw goes to third, not in time to get Equality. Pellegrino taking advantage and moves up to second on the throw. Coming in to score on the play is Cromer. It's now 12-6. Third hit of the inning for the Bears.
Catcher, number 10, Jacob Whitty.
And 2 away now still with runners in second and third. And Jacob Whitty will be the batter. Whitty 1 for 5, fouls one off his foot. And he'll get a second to try to get a little bit of feeling back in the appendage. Make sure Whitty's okay. Pat Bloom, who's coaching third, the head coach for the Bears, comes over to check on him. Oh, 1 pitch now. And that one's fouled away, 0-2, and a chance for Hughes to work through the inning with just the 2 runs across. 18 hits today for the Bears. Here's the 0-2. And that one bounces off the plate and gets away, and that will allow another run to score on a wild pitch. So coming in to score is Equality. Pellegrino moves up 90 feet to third. It's now 13-6. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball hit to short. There to get it is Arterburn. Throw across the diamond is there in time for the out. And the inning is over, but 3 more runs come across for the Bears here in the 8th. It's now 13-6 WashU as we move along into the bottom half of the frame. Arterburn, Downs, and Westrick due up when we return. Defensive change for the Bears as Miles Berkey takes over behind the plate for Whitty. I'm sure just an opportunity to give Whitty a few innings off after he caught the first 16 innings of the series. That's fouled back by Arterburn. It's 1-1 on Nate. In Chicago, the Maroons have jumped out to a 1-0 lead over NYU in the bottom of the fourth. As that misses in for a ball, 2-1. So Chicago, with a win, can clinch at least a share of the UAA championship. And they have taken a lead over NYU. 3 straight errors for NYU with 2 outs to allow that go-ahead run to score. An error on the third baseman, an error on the shortstop, and another error on the third baseman. And Chicago has taken the lead in that game heads to the top of the 5th now. That one swung on by Arterburn, dunked into left center field for a base hit. Big turn at first for Arterburn, but he'll stop there. And Nate's on with the base hit, his second hit of the game. So 1 on, nobody out. And Thomas Downs will be the batter. Downs 0 for 1 in the game. That was the 5th hit of the game for the Spartans. Second straight inning that the Spartans have led off an inning with a base hit. As that misses outside, and it's 1-0. And that's popped sky high. Second baseman Cromer is there. Pop-ups have been a challenge today, but Cromer puts it away for the out. And that's the first out of the inning. So Downs retired. Eli Westrick gets his second at bat of the game. He's 0 for 1. Struck out in his only plate appearance in this one. First pitch on the way. And that misses up high for a ball to Westrick, 1-0. Guthrie in his second inning of work. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball hit towards second. Could be 2. Cromer can't handle it, and safe on the play is Arterburn. There'll be an error on the second baseman. 4th error of the game for the Bears. And what could have been an inning-ending double play, instead the inning continues, and Josiah Harris will be the batter. Harris doubled his last time up and came around to score a run. Pitch is taken down low for a ball, 1-0. That base hit. Harris now has the average of 196 on the year, trying to get over the Mendoza line. The 1-0. Called a strike, 1-1. Foul back, 1-2. One out, 2 on for the Spartans here in. Ground ball hit up towards the middle, fielded by the shortstop Pellegrino. The bag for 1, on to first, in time double play. nicely turned against the speedy runner, 6-6-3, and the inning's over. So the Spartans, scoreless in the 8th, will go to the 9th. 13-6 the score when we come back. Ninth inning, Spartans down 7 late. New pitcher on the mound for the Spartans is Jack Millman, whose first pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Millman usually slider heavy. He's got a good one. The sophomore out of the Baltimore area, swing and a miss there from Green, and the count goes to 1-1. Entering today, a 10.38 ERA. Through 8 2/3 innings, he struck out 8, walked 10, allowed 7 hits for a 206 opponent's average. That's fouled away, 2-2 the count. Two for Millman. Outside for a ball, full count 3-2. And that's ball 4. So Green draws the walk. That'll bring Stevens to the plate with nobody out and a runner on. Stevens hitting at 306 on the year. Pitches in the dirt. Throw goes down to second. Tag is in time for the out. 2-4 on the caught stealing. And there's one away and a 1-0 count at the plate. 2-1 now the count. And down and away for a ball, 3-1. Fouled off, 3-2 full count. Payoff pitch on the way to Stevens. 3-2 from Millman. Inside with the fastball, ball 4. So back-to-back walks to start the inning. The caught stealing helped a bit. And I think we'll get a pinch hitter here for the Bears, as it looks like number 4, Josh Erpenbeck, will be the hitter.
Pinch hitting for WashU. Graduate student from Clayton, North Carolina, number 4, Josh Erpenbeck.
So Erpenbeck will pinch hit here for Lindsay with 1 out and 1 on. And he pops up the first pitch as he sees into shallow right. Trout coming in. And he makes the catch for the out. 2 gone here in the 9th. I'll bring up Will Tagan to the plate with 2 away and a runner on. Tagan has been on base each of his last 4 plate appearances. 3 singles and a walk his last time up. Just off that outside corner from Millman, 1-0. Spartans down 7, 13-6 the score. And that's in the air, right field. Trout coming over, still coming on, and it lands fair territory. Heading for second is Erpenbeck. They'll throw to third. The tag is applied, and it's in time for the out. That was Knutson from Westrick from Trout. So it's a single into right field. And the putout is 9-3-5 over at third. Stevens retired. We'll go to the 9th. Last chance for the Spartans, down 7. We'll be back. Parker Guthrie stays in the game for the Bears. Despite it being a 7-run lead, this would be, if he finishes it out, a 3-inning save for Guthrie. Would be his 5th of the year if he could close it out. Trying to finish off the game for Isaac Zhang, who would improve to 5-0 on the mound. Tyler Stilson currently in line for the loss. He would fall to 4-4. 1 inning still left to play here. The Spartans hoping for some ninth-inning magic, but the bats have been mostly quiet today. Just 6 runs on 5 hits. Most of that damage done early in the contest. The Spartans will have the top of the order up to face Guthrie, Knudsen, Donahue, and Stilson. Knudsen an RBI single his last time up and takes that pitch down and in 1-0. Swing and a miss there from Knudsen, and it's a 1-1 count. Called strike, 1-2. Two and two the count as that one sails up high from Guthrie to Knudsen. Again, action will resume tomorrow. Two teams will face off with a doubleheader beginning at 10 a.m. Senior Day ceremonies here at Nobby's Ballpark to begin a little bit before that at 9:40. We'll have live coverage of all that for you as a swing and a miss from Knudsen, strike 3. And he goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. So one away now for Sean Donahue. Donahue drew a walk his last time up. Inside the park home run in this one for Donahue as well. Pitch misses outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. One final check on the Chicago-NYU game. Chicago with the bases loaded and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th as that one's popped up to short. Pellegrino puts it away for the second out. And the Spartans down to their final out.
Designated hitter. Number 10, Tyler Stilson.
And Stilson, first pitch swinging, lines one to center for a base hit. So Tyler Stilson keeping hope alive here with a 2-out single.
Right fielder number 14, Matt Trout.
So Matt Trout now the batter with 2 away and a runner on at first. First pitch, Trout takes the fastball for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2, and the Spartans down to their final strike of the day. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2 from Guthrie. Guthrie will step off. Now re-engages as he gets set to deliver the 1-2 to Trout. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. WashU with a 13-6 win in Game 2 of the doubleheader as they complete the sweep. The Bears improving on the season to 28-9. The Spartans falling to 17-19 with the loss in UAA play. WashU now 12-6. Case Western Reserve 6-12. Winning pitcher today is Isaac Zhang. He improves to 5-0 on the year. The save was the 5th of the season for Guthrie. And the loss goes to Tyler Stilson, who's 4-4. This game lasted 3 hours and 30 minutes. Attendance here was 167. Want to thank everyone for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow for the final day of UA play of the 2026 season starting at 10 a.m. Take care, everyone. Final score here once again, 13-6. WashU with the win.